Hi, this is Professor Stugard, and welcome to Online Statistics at CT State. In this video, I will quickly go through the Blackboard course shell that we will be using for our course, as well as the Pearson software we'll be using for our e-textbook and for completing our homework and quizzes. So, first of all, here is our Blackboard course shell. You should read through everything on this introduction page. Again, it talks through about a bunch of the things you'll need to know. Also some information about how you can access all of the Microsoft Office products as a student at CT State. If you would like to view the syllabus, it is here. We have our course syllabus. We also have the topical outline, which you may need for transfer purposes, as well as some other CT State resources, our textbook scholarship application, and some updated information about disability services. Now, everything for this course we're going to see under course content here, and we'll see each of the chapters which have their due dates listed as well. The first thing you'll need to do, though, is to set up the Pearson MyStatLab. And if you go to this folder, first there is a video, and again, you click this link, it will open up in a separate browser, and it will talk you through how to register for MyStatLab. The important part is you can register for MyStatLab even if you do not have the access code yet or do not even have the money to buy it, and you can use a 2-week temporary access to make sure you do not fall behind in your coursework. What you will do after you've watched that video and you understand the process, click this link, access Pearson, and you will set up your account. When you set up your account, you will need to use an email address that you check frequently. If you already have a Pearson account, you can certainly use that. Otherwise, create your own account, and you are supposed to be using your CT State email address, which would be something like, that form right there. But the more important thing is that you choose an email address that you check frequently. All right, back to course content. Once you've registered, you can go to the Pearson site directly through the MyLab and Mastering course home. And each time you click a Pearson link, it will bring you to this page that says Open Pearson. And then we'll have to click that link again to actually get to the Pearson. Well, that is unfortunate. Let's try again. The annoying part is, again, once it opens this page, what you'll have to do is go back. You can use the back button to get back to the page. So you can access the e-textbook, and again, it's these extra links, extra clicks, I should say. There's these extra clicks here, but you'll see you have your textbook. You can open up the table of contents, so you can jump to whichever chapter you want. You can even expand it to the sections. So we are starting with Chapter 1, Introduction to the Practice of Statistics. And what's great about this is that, again, not only is it your e-textbook that you can read, there are embedded videos, and you can watch a lecture on it as well. So define statistical statistics, that's fine. So that is your e-textbook, which is, of course, very, very useful. You can also access your assignments, and you can access the Pearson gradebook. What's nice about the Pearson gradebook, I think it works better than the Blackboard gradebook by quite a bit, so I would use that to check your grades. Now, for each of the chapters, again, Chapter 1 is data collection. So a lot of them have some video links to video lectures that will help you along, as well as a link to PDF guided notes for each chapter to help you. Again, I have linked the e-textbook here. Each of your homeworks here, again, will have that P. You need to complete all these assignments through the course of the semester. Again, you'll click the assignment, then you got to click again to open in Pearson, which is very annoying. Now, section 1.1 is probably the longest section because statistics is a science class. It's more than a math class. It is science. It is the science of how we represent data. And the first thing in a science class is to make sure we're all talking about the same thing, which means there's a lot of vocabulary in the beginning. So you'll need to read that first chapter, take notes on all the vocabulary words, and then we'll go through and complete the homework. Now, when you complete the homework, we go to the first one, choose a statement, the correct one below. Again, this is just the definition of statistics. I'm going to guess the wrong answer. It's wrong. Oh, it's not used to manipulate data. Yeah, what's nice is that when you get it wrong, it'll give you a hint. But let's say we do it wrong. Again, it'll give you an even bigger hint here. Now, we have a red X. That's no good. But with every single homework attempt, you can try again. And now we can choose the correct answer and success. And now, when I go on to the next question, my red X turned to a green check mark. That means you can redo every single homework question as many times as it takes to get every single one correct, which means you should be able to earn 100% on your homework. And your homework counts as much as 2 of your tests in this class, so this is your extra credit for the entire semester, is making sure you do all of this homework. Now, with the homework assignments, there are sometimes some tools that we can use for help. The first one is you can always click Ask My Instructor if you get stuck, and it will pop up, and it's going to send me an email right there. It'll tell me the question you're on, and you can tell me exactly the question you have. And I can send back a reply. That reply will go to whatever email address you picked when you first set up your MyStatLab account through Pearson. So again, like I said, make sure you set up with one that you check fairly frequently. I'm just going to save my work here, and I only got one question right, but that's okay for now. X out of this. Again, once you get back to this page that is Blackboard, it's very annoying. You don't want to click the X. You have to use the back button, or you can use the menu button here. On your quizzes, when you take your quiz, there will be a quiz for every single chapter that we do, and you'll see that you'll have a time limit, and you'll have at least 3 attempts. I only count the best attempt out of the 3, so even if you do it the first time and you get like a 90, that's okay. Go back, try it again. Even if you get a 70 on the next attempt, I'm only going to count the 90. I only count the highest score. So, again, you can take your quiz. The quiz is not going to tell you if you get it right or wrong until you submit the entire thing. I'm going to submit this quiz even though I have not completed my assignment. That's okay. I'll submit the quiz. Obviously, I got the first question right. I got the next wrong. You can always review your test. And when you review your quiz, it will tell you what the correct answer is to every question, so that you can hopefully learn from your mistakes. All right, again, under course content is your gradebook. I've now completed 2 assignments, so when I open my gradebook here, what's really nice about the gradebook on Pearson is it tells me what are the 2 assignments I've done. Well, I've done my chapter 1 quiz, and I started section 1.1. It means I've done 1 of the homeworks, and 1 out of 35 of the homeworks, and 1 out of 10 of the quizzes. The tests says 0 out of 6 because each test comes with the samples. So there are 3 tests that you need to take and 3 samples that are posted as well. The other will be your final project at the end of the semester. And again, that is just a great way you can check your scores, and it can tell you exactly how much weight everything, how many points you've earned, and what your average is. My average is not great so far, but obviously. All right, so in the later sections, so let's say we're doing chapter 3. Again, I have 2 lecture videos. I have technology help because we're going to be using Microsoft Excel and your TI-83 calculators to do a bunch of this work. I will include links to those as well. If you need a calculator, and you will need a calculator, a TI-83 calculator for the later sections in this textbook, if you don't already have one, instead of buying one, you can take one out from the Tunxus library, which is really nice because a library charges you exactly $0 for books and $0 for calculators and $0 for everything, because the library is a wonderful, wonderful resource that you should absolutely be taking advantage of. Also, if you need any help with tutoring, I've put links to that as well. In some of the chapters, especially this first unit on descriptive statistics, I have included homework help videos on how to use Microsoft Excel as well. And you'll see when we do some of these later homework assignments, let's see, we'll do 3.2. Obviously, there's less questions in the later homework sections as well. As you go through, some of the questions, find the sample variance and standard deviation. You'll eventually know what that means, but if you need to, you can sometimes view an example and we'll walk you through the process. I don't typically recommend this. I would watch my lecture videos and do my method because it's almost always easier, because I'm going to tell you how technology can do this a lot simpler. You can also click Get More Help. And sometimes it's your textbook, sometimes it's StatCrunch, sometimes it's Ask My Instructor. And then also when we have data sets, the nice part is you can always click to copy the table into Excel, which is what we'll be using. But again, you can look that up later. Sometimes with the homework, again, there's different help features. Sometimes there are videos or animations that can help you as well. Again, I'm going to save that for now. I'm going to X out and go back. So that should hopefully be enough to get you started in this class. If you have any questions, please email me. I am available via email or via WebEx throughout the entire semester so that we can make sure that you do as well as possible. The key to an online class, since I'm not going to get a chance to see you in person, is communication. So please communicate with me and email me if you have questions, concerns, or anything else that you might need help with. Now, good luck taking statistics, and take care of yourselves.